Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Campanelli Stadium, Brockton Community Access TV. Today's non-league matchup: Brockton Boxers 3-1 and the Weymouth Wildcats 3-1. Should be an interesting game today. Weymouth comes in highly ranked. They have one of the better pitchers in the state, Sean Zaslow. I don't believe he's pitching today. He pitched Monday against Braintree in a 5-0 victory. Brockton coming off 2 games this week, a tough game early in the week against a very good Bridgewater Reigning team where they lost 15-3, and they bounced back nicely against Quincy on yesterday with a 11-1 victory. Senior Dominic Hopkins got the win on the mound. Freshman Aaron Kuklutsky with 3 strong innings. I believe today pitching for Brockton will be Jackson O'Brien, a senior who started opening day against Whitman Hanson, pitched 4 to 5 strong innings, left the game with a 5-1 lead. I haven't seen the defense yet, but usually you have Amani LaRusso, a junior, catching. Dominic Hopkins, a senior, at third base. Adam Perez, a junior, at shortstop. Nicholas Giannatasio, a sophomore, at second base. The outfield will have Brett Keene, a senior in center field, one of the better athletes on the team. And we don't know who Coach Brennan has in left and right field yet. He's been mixing that up this year. Juniors Cody Buca, Anthony Vega, and Cooper Card have all got a spot out there, as well as seniors Chris Frost and Tyler Erickson. So Brockton about to take the field right now. And let's see, we have Keene going to center, Bucher going to left, and junior Jared Finn in right. Should be an interesting game. Like we said, Weymouth in a very strong league, the Bay State League, with big wins this week over Brookline and Braintree, who is usually a perennial power in Massachusetts baseball. Field looks like it's in immaculate shape. A college game right before this, Babson College played on it. Weather, very, very nice, 70 degrees. And a good start for Brockton this season. The defense has been substantially better than last year. Their hitting has been a little bit deeper throughout the lineup. They've scored several runs in every game. They've been hitting good pitching, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come for this season, as Brockton will play Stoughton, Quincy, and Braintree next week during the school vacation. Senior Jackson O'Brien on the mound, getting loose. Very, very good athlete. Maybe the best athlete on the team. Pitcher, shortstop, leadoff hitter. Mixes his pitches up well. Good fastball. Mixes speeds, curveball, changeup. Has given Brockton a chance to win most times when he's on the mound. I don't have Weymouth's lineup, but last year Brockton split with Weymouth, a 5-4 victory here at Campanelli. Brockton with 3 runs in the 6th inning. And then the second game played in Weymouth on a Saturday night. Brockton was up 6-3 in the 7th inning. And Weymouth, with a terrific comeback, scored 4 runs to defeat the Boxers 7-6. So let's get ready for the first pitch. Leading off for Weymouth is number 20. And like I said, I don't have their roster. Meeting at the mound. And let's get ready to play ball. O'Brien looks in. LaRusso, who's been very, very steady, a 3-year starter at catcher for Brockton, has only gotten better and better each year. One of the better catchers in the area. Jackson's first pitch, strike, fastball over the outside half of the plate. Good pitch. Way to work ahead for Brockton. Second pitch up, 1-1. Fastball up. LaRusso looking like he's working like the outer half of the plate. Now he moves back inside. Going to try to jam him. Good fastball right by him. Late swing. Good velocity from Jackson. 1-2 count. LaRusso looks to set up in the inner half of the plate again. Let's see if there's an off-speed pitch coming. Little up. High and away. 2-2. I've missed the first baseman for Brockton today. It has been Brady, Witt, and Jezekiel and Chostic. It looks like Zeke is playing first base today. Also a junior. Very young Brockton team. Several seniors, but good core of younger guys that have been playing for a couple of years for Brockton. Swing opposite field, foul. Good piece. The count remains 2-2. It's got to be an important game. My mother-in-law's in the stands watching, so... 2-2 count. Like to work ahead here. You'd like to get the first out of the game, not put guys on base. O'Brien comes to the set. Single up the middle. Good piece of hitting. Good attempt by the second baseman. Really nothing you can do right there. Good piece of hitting in 2-2. And Brockton's going to start out with a guy on first behind. Brian's going to have to work from the stretch here. Good piece of hitting from the leadoff hitter. Looks like Weymouth is going to a courtesy runner, so it might be their pitcher who is the leadoff hitter. Usually that's when you get the courtesy runner. LaRusso's been strong throwing out batters this year, something he's vastly improved on since his freshman season. O'Brien goes to the stretch. Umpire taking a second. Man on first, no outs. Number 2 hitter up. Nice lead off first base. Low, fastball, 1-0 count. O'Brien again coming, stretch. Takes a look over. Strike they had. Ooh, they got him in a pickle. Brockton. In the pickle, and Jackson O'Brien tags him out. Nice play, nice run down by Brockton. Player slipped. Good heads up by LaRusso getting down the line for the backup for the first baseman, and something Brockton obviously doesn't practice. They have had the rundown a few times this year where they have gotten the out. So cut that guy down on first base, and O'Brien goes back to the windup in a 1-1 count. High curveball. Count goes to 2-1. Like we said, Weymouth came in here with 3 victories this year. They struggled last year like Brockton. And like Brockton, they had a lot of players back. They've got victories over Brookline and Braintree, both 2 good programs from the Bay State League. High. Count goes to 3-1. Nice fastball, 3-2. Actually got that ball by him. Late swing by number 15 from Weymouth. Count goes full. Let's see what Jackson does here. He's got the capability of throwing a 3-2 off-speed pitch. Comes to the windup. Good ground ball to Perez. Good recovery, 2 outs. Adams stayed with the ball. Bobbled it, came back. Good recovery. Did the big thing right there is he didn't go down with his glove to pick up the ball. It went down with his hand. Brockton gets 2 outs. And the number 3 hitter from Weymouth coming up would be number 9, a lefty. 2 outs, no one on. First pitch. Good curveball. 0-1 from O'Brien. Brockton's defense today, only 3 seniors out there. The pitcher, third baseman, and center fielder, but all pretty good athletes. Another good curveball, ground ball to Perez. Another quick out. End of the inning, 1-2-3 after the first inning single, and Brockton takes them down. They're going to come up to the plate. No score after half an inning. Brockton coming to the plate. Pitching for Weymouth is number 20. Don't have a name on him. I apologize. I don't have a roster. But like we said, their best pitcher is Sean Zaslow, who is a senior heading to, I believe, Bentley or Bryan, a Division I school. Very, very strong arm. We will not see him today. Maybe later on in the season we will. Leading off for Brockton will be Jackson O'Brien. Second is usually Armani LaRusso. Third, Nicholas Genatasio. The 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys from Coach Brennan has been mixed up this year, but usually the 4, 5, 6, Inchostagi, Perez, Brady Witt, who is a DH at times. We don't know if he's in the lineup, but Chris Frost maybe is DHing today. Actually, the leadoff guy today is Cody Buca. So the lineup has changed a little bit. Little change to the lineup today. Bucher leading off. So Brockton and his Cody Bucher, Jr. Looks like O'Brien's second. LaRusso third, and we'll see how the lineup changes from there on out. Good tailing fastball from the pitcher. Good arm, live arm from the pitcher. Coach Brennan stretching the line out a little bit, trying to add some pop later on down the order. Brockton, like we said, have scored 9 runs in the first game, 5 against North Quincy, 9 in the first game against Whitman Hanson, 5 versus North Quincy, 3 versus Bridgewater Raynham, and then 11 against Quincy. So Bucher leading off. First pitch. Fastball by him. Thank you. Starting pitcher for Weymouth is number 20, and I do have a roster now. But his number is not on the roster, so let's looking at Brockton's. I apologize. Number for 20 is Matt Supley. He's a junior from Weymouth. That will be a 1-1 count. One count to Bucher. Supley to the stretch and the throw. Outside. Looking at the Weymouth roster here, they are loaded with seniors this year. 7 seniors on the roster. 3 sophomores and 4 juniors. 2-1 count. Up high to Bucher. Supley taking his time on the mound. High. Leadoff walk. Good at bat from Bucher. And Brockton with the leadoff guy on now. Jackson O'Brien coming to the plate. With Amani LaRusso on deck. Very good athlete at the plate here. O'Brien runs. Hop high. 1-0 count to O'Brien. Supley, like we said, a junior. We don't know how much he's pitched this year. Up high, 2-0 count. Two out O'Brien. To the stretch. Bucher with a small lead. 3-0 count. So a little laboring right here from Supley to start the game. LaRusso on deck. Achostaki to follow. Three-0 count. High strike. O'Brien thought it was a ball. So 3-1 to O'Brien. Three-one count to O'Brien. Wild. Ball 4. So Brockton with the top 2 guys on base. The heart of the order coming up. Looks like we have juniors LaRusso and Chostigi and sophomore Genatasio, 3, 4, 5. Pop of Brockton's order. So we got 2 on, no out. The Weymouth manager coming to the mound. And Perez should be following after that. And Brockton, like you said, it's a veteran team, but they're still a young team. Most in high school baseball, most of the top-tier Division I teams are loaded with seniors. Brockton, not so much this year. The seniors they have, impactful, but not plentiful. LaRusso, who's been the starting catcher since freshman year. So 2 on, no out for Brockton. Like to see if they can jump on this early and get themselves a lead with O'Brien pitching. 2-0. To the stretch, the pitch. High changeup, it looks like. And Supley is really, really struggling to throw strikes right now. He has walked the first 2 guys. He's gone 1-0 to the 3-hitter. And here's the pitch. That's a good fastball. Outside part of the plate. Velocity pretty good with Supley right here. 1-1 count to LaRusso. 2 on, no out. And that is a flare. It looks like just fair. Hits down the line, and Brockton should score 1 run there. A nice piece of hitting by LaRusso. Opposite field single. Brockton goes ahead 1-0. Stick the bat out. Good things happen. Good piece of hitting. Stepping up now, Zeke and Chostigi with no outs. Zeke, who won the first game against Whitman Hanson with an opposite field home run, a 3-run homer in the 6th inning, a big, strong kid, Really, really fast hands. Good power. And that should score. There's a wild pitch. Brockton, ooh, this could be close at the plate, and looks like O'Brien's safe. So Brockton with 2 quick runs in the inning. And a 1-0 count to Inchostagi. With LaRusso on second. Be nice to get him over at least a third. With Genatasio on deck, who's done a nice job of getting guys in from third base with less than 2 outs this season. Good tailing fastball. 1-1. One count to Inchostagi. Good fastball up. Chostagi a little late. Maybe he was looking for something else. And here is the 1-2 pitch to Chostagi. Good curveball. And he'll go down on strikes swinging. I'll come to the plate as Genatasio, a sophomore, the starting second baseman. Usually good early count fastball hitter. Let's see if he attacks something early in the count today. That's up. 1-0, good take. 1-0 count. LaRusso still on second. 2-0 Brockton. Bottom of the first. Adam Perez Jr. on deck. And here is the 1-0 pitch. And that's a good fastball at the outside part of the plate. That goes 1-1. 1-1 count. Ooh, good spot again. That pitch is a good pitcher's pitch right there. He's got to try to battle them off. So it's a 1-2 count to Genatasio right here. Good take, 2-2. Good battle going right here. LaRusso on second with a 2-0 score for Brockton. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good pitch right there. Looked like a changeup. And he gets Genatasio swinging. Very, very good changeup. And Perez stands up. The 6-hitter today. Good pitch. Fastball. And Perez backing out. Oh, 1 count to Perez. Fastball up. One count to Perez. Another good fastball outside part of the plate. Pitch is deceiving. He holds that ball a little late. It looks like the Brockton hitter's having a tough time picking that up. 1-2 to Perez. Supley's 1-2 pitch. Good pitch. Comes back and strikes out the next 3 batters. Good job of pitching with guys on base. At the end of 1, Brockton up 2-0. And O'Brien will come back out to the mound. O'Brien warming up. Back top of 2. O'Brien back out on the mound. Brockton with the 2-0 lead. And he'll be looking at the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Weymouth. Which will start with number 7, Sean Zaslow, their ace pitcher. And if I remember last year, he was also a very, very good hitter. Good ball player. O'Brien getting the last of his warm-up pitches in. And good throw down. Zaslow standing in, down 2-0 for Weymouth. Good start for the Boxers. Big, strong kid at the plate. O'Brien in the windup. First pitch. Good curveball start from O'Brien. 0-1. Very, very good pitch. 0-1 pitch. O'Brien back to the windup. And that ball is hit off the end of the bat, and it is just foul. Good effort by Finn and Wright. And 0-2. I'd like to see what Jackson and Armani do here with a very, very good hitter. Oh, 2 pitch to Zaslow. Down low. Good spot to miss for Brockton. 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Down low. 2-2. O'Brien in the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. Good play by Hopkins. Just couldn't make the scoop at first, but that will go down as an error, but that was a tough, tough play from Hopkins. He backed up in the ball and made a good scoop. Just the throw was a little bit low, and Chosky had trouble picking it up. So Weymouth with the leadoff guy on for the second straight inning. He'll have O'Brien working from the stretch. Something Brockton's been really good this year is cutting down the amount of errors from last year. Good move. Batting now, number 8 from Weymouth. Down low. Number 8 is Andrew Ferguson, a senior from Weymouth, number 5 hitter. 1-0 count from the stretch. Good pitch, good fastball from O'Brien. And the count goes to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, and he's going. Oh, ball hit up the middle. Good piece of hitting right there. And it looks like he will go to third. And a hit and run from Weymouth does work, so they will get the first two guys on this inning. Good effort from the second baseman there. And we will go O'Brien in the stretch with guys on first and third. We'll see what type of play Weymouth has on here. Brockton calls their defense. And here's O'Brien working from the stretch in a first and third no-out situation. And that's another good hit. And that ball is sent out to the gap. Good cutoff by Finn right there. He gets the ball in for Genatasio. Genatasio is not going to throw the ball in. They didn't have a play there. They don't want to give up the extra base. So that is going to be a no-out double from Weymouth's number 6 hitter, and that is Dylan Amano, and also a senior from Weymouth. So the score is going to be tied at 2 right now. Nice job by Finn cutting off that ball. Nice job by Brockton not giving up that extra base from second to third. And O'Brien will work from the stretch now with no outs and a man on second. Good pitch. Fastball start out with a strike. Batting now for Weymouth is number 6, and that would be sophomore Jack Reyes. Another good, ooh, that pitch looked good. That pitch looked like it was a strike last inning, so it count's going to go to 1-1. And the count goes to 1-1. Whole right side of the field open. The Brockton shading the second baseman over. And that ball's a nice stop by LaRusso. And that count will go to 2-1. And O'Brien's pitch. Good pitch, good fastball on the inside half of the plate. And the count goes to 2-2. Two pitch in the stretch. Good battle from Reyes, fouling off. And the count will remain at 2 with a man on second. No outs in the second inning. Game's tied at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch to Reyes. Ooh, just fouled that off. Good pitch from O'Brien. That had the inside half of the plate. Reyes just fouls it off. Count remains 2-2. Brockton would like to keep that guy off third base with less than 2 outs. And O'Brien again at the stretch. Good battle again from Reyes. Good piece of hitting. Good piece of fouling off a very, very good pitch. Count remains at 2. And Weymouth working on that pitch count from O'Brien. Brockton does deep in pitching. This is a year where they can go 7-8 deep. Brendan not afraid to put guys in the game. And that is a great inside fastball from Jackson O'Brien. And that will be the first out of the inning. And number 14 batted now for Weymouth. And he is Gregory Haley, also a senior. And we go 1 out with O'Brien at the stretch still. Not a big lead at second, but good move from O'Brien. One out, man on second. Good fastball, start out with an 0-1 count. Error does come back to hurt Brockton in the first play of the inning. That run Might be only 2-1, but those plays, though, do happen. And there's another fastball by him. So that's an 0-2 count on Healy. O'Brien moving fast, working fast tonight. Getting the ball, looking in, throwing his pitch. In the 0-2 pitch. Oh, he's going. And here's the throw. No, he's safe. Great move from O'Brien. The pitcher, the runner on second base picked that up pretty quick and just beat the throw. So he is going to get into scoring position. Brockton's going to move the infield in a 2-2 game early in the count. I'd like to see O'Brien get the punch out here. Brockton knocked the ball down. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Good battle from Healy. Two, man on third, one out, and a second inning. Oh, that looked good. That's another pitch that looks good. And the count will move to, I believe, 3-2. Or 2-2, I'm sorry. O'Brien looking for the punch out, keep the score tied at 2. Pitch. Strike 3. Good piece of pitching from O'Brien. Brockton will move back to regular depth as Brockton tries to get out of this with just the 2 runs given up. Batting now for Weymouth is number 2, and that would be Johnny Pyres, who's a sophomore from Weymouth. He would be the number 8 hitter, I believe. Outside, nice stop from LaRusso. Count goes to 1-0. That just might be the number 9 hitter. I apologize. Pitcher was the leadoff guy, Supley. The 1-0 pitch from Red to Reyes. Nice pitch. Oh, that misses outside too. Looked like a good spot. Might have missed just a tad outside. And the count goes to 1-1. Two-0 count to Reyes. I'm sorry, to Pyres, and that will go to 2-1. Just a little bit late on that swing. Brockton trying to work their way out of this inning without giving up that go-ahead run. And the 2-1 pitch to Pyres coming. A little high. And we'll go to 3-1. Like we said, Brockton's defense has been much, much improved this year. The 3-1 pitch. And that ball is hit right up the middle. Good piece of hitting from the 9 hitter on a 3-1 pitch. He singles up the middle. And that will make the score 3-2 Weymouth. And the 9 hitter coming up with a big single on a 3-1 count. Sat back on that fastball and put a good swing on the ball. So O'Brien will go back to the stretch with a man on first. In a 3-2 game for Weymouth. A lot of baseball left. We'll see if he's running. O'Brien in the stretch. And that looks like a routine fly ball out to center field. Oh, to Perez, the shortstop, and they make the final play. So Brockton gets out of that. That's 3 runs that inning, I believe, on 3 hits. And Brockton goes to the bottom of the second, down 3-2. And these two teams have played some really good games the last few years. Close games, competitive games, good baseball. Commercial. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Brockton down 3-2. They'll be coming up in the order with Dom Hopkins leading off, the senior third baseman, starting pitcher. Also starting center on the Brockton basketball team that made it to the Elite Eight. Dom has swung the bat pretty good this year. He's put a good jolt on the ball a few times. So let's see if Brockton gets something going with Hopkins, Brady Witt, the DH, and it looks like Brett Keane batting after him. The nine-hitter, who's a good athlete that can run, bunt, can do a lot of things with him. Supley back out for a second inning. He gave up 2 walks in an opposite field single to LaRusso, but he came back to strike out the next 3 guys. He's deceiving his windup. He hides that ball well. You got to pick the ball up late from him. Hopkins here to lead off. In the windup. Good pitch. Tails that ball away. That's a good changeup to start out with. 0-1 count to Hopkins. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another good pitch right on the outside part of the plate. It's a fastball. 0-2. Supley starting to get into a rhythm. And like we said, he hides that ball real well. Tough to pick it up. He carries it behind his shoulder in air. And just a wave from Hopkins on an 0-2 pitch. He just wants to make contact there. It was a really good pitch, and that's the first out of the inning. Brady with the DH. Brady didn't play baseball last year. He started as a sophomore, came back this year as a senior. Good pop in his bat. He'll be the DH today as Brockton tries to mount a comeback here, down 3-2. And Supley goes to the windup in the pitch. And that looks like it could be trouble. We'll see. The ball is out. And, oh, no, misplayed by the second baseman. So good things happen when you put balls in play. As the second baseman drops that ball, and Witt will get on an error by the second baseman with Brett Keane coming up. And like I said, we can do a lot of stuff here with Brett. He can bunt. He's fast. It's like having a double leadoff. He bats ninth with better athlete than most number 9 hitters. So into the stretch is Supley with Keane. And that pitch is just high. Ump's been a little inconsistent today. That pitch has been called the strike, not called the strike. Makes it tough on the hitters to decide whether they want to lay off it or not. In the 1-0 pitch to Keane. 0-2 or 2-0. Well, Keane in the driver's seat here. We'll see what Coach Brennan does, a hit and run or third baseman playing back with Keane up is definitely a bunt situation, bunt for a hit type situation with the leadoff guy on deck. So here's the 2-0 pitch to Keane. And that's a good piece of hitting by Keane. He shoots one into center field. And that would be 2 on with no out with the top of the order up. And a good piece of hitting by Keane right there, staying back on the ball on a 2-0 count with the top of the order up with Buca. Two on, no out. 1 out, I'm sorry. Supley from the stretch to Buca, waving at a high fastball. Supley up in the count, 0-1. Comes to the stretch. High fastball. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch. Good fastball. Buca late on the swing. So Supley up on the count, 1-2 with 2 on. Got O'Brien on deck. LaRusso on double deck. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. high, and the count goes to 2-2. Two pitch, 2 on, 1 out. And here's the pitch, and a wave and a strike 3 to Bucher. And so 2 outs now with Jackson O'Brien heading up, the pitcher, sitting in the 2-hole today. Like to see he can help himself out here with a big base hit to tie the game. Just been swinging a good bat of late, O'Brien's, and making good contact. Supple to the stretch. 2 on, 2 out. And here's the first pitch. That's a good pitch. Look good, but it's going to be inside. In a 1-0 count. So in any contact, the runners will be going. And here's the set, the pitch to O'Brien. Oh, that's a strike. Okay. There's 1-1 count to O'Brien. 2 on. 1-1 count. No one shading over towards first base, second base. They lean off. And that's 3-1 with LaRusso on deck. Here is the 3-1 pitch to O'Brien. Oh, good tailing. I don't know if that's a slider or a cutter, but it's got really, really good movement. So the runners will be off here on a 3-2 pitch. And here we go. The runners will be going. Oh, that's a good pitch. And he comes back to strike O'Brien out after a 3-1 count. So we go to the top of the third with Brockton down 3-2. Back to Campanelli Stadium, top of the third inning. The Wildcats lead in the boxes 3-2. And I believe Weymouth is at their 2-hitter right now. They scored 3 runs in the second, 2 of them unearned. And the hitter here will be, and that looks like a single up the middle. Good piece of hitting as Weymouth gets the leadoff guy on for the 3rd straight inning. That was sophomore Andrew Daly. And so they will go to number 9 now for Weymouth. And that would be O'Brien to the stretch. And that is low. Number 9 is not in the program. I apologize. So he might be wearing a different uniform. So 1 on, no outs, 1-0 count. And that's a good pitch in the outside part of the plate. See if O'Brien, who's been battling every inning, he's had guys on base, and he's made some real quality pitches so far today. Good lead over there at first. And that's another big good piece of hitting right there from Weymouth as they shoot the ball to left field. And so Weymouth will come up with 2 on, no outs with their number 3 hitter up Zaslow, who I believe got on in the first inning with a single. He did. So O'Brien going to be tested here again. Brockton doesn't want to fall too far behind in this game. Weymouth has got very good pitching this season. Off to a quick start. O'Brien's going to come to the stretch. Brockton shading over, covering both guys. Don't want to give up too much here. Good outside fastball. And the count goes to 0-1. O'Brien trying to work out of something here. The 0-1 pitch. And there is another good fastball. O'Brien up 0-2. Number 3 hitter Zaslow with the number 4 hitter on deck. Number 8 is Andrew Ferguson, who also singled his first time up. So here's the 0-2 pitch. They shade over in a good battle by Zaslow right there, following off a really good fastball. And the count stays 0-2. O'Brien in the stretch. Brockton shading over. And here is the 0-2 pitch. Great pitch from O'Brien. Striking out the 3 hitter, Zaslow, who's frustrated with that swing. He just missed that. So great job by O'Brien, get that first out. And here comes Ferguson, who singled up the middle on a beautiful hit and run by Weymouth in the first inning. Second inning, I apologize. So O'Brien back in the stretch. Sun starting to shade over now on the diamond for some of the boxer defenders. And that ball is up the middle. Another good piece of hitting. Keene up, and they are not going to make that throw. Ball is not cut off. And Ferguson goes 2 for 2. And the score goes to 4-2 for Weymouth. Ferguson looked at that first pitch and just shot it right up the middle. Looked like his last swing he just had. And Weymouth, like we said, up 4-2. And they are going to go now, I believe this is Healy who's up. With 2 on, again, with only 1 out for Weymouth. Brockton down 4-2. A lot of baseball left in the top of the third. O'Brien in the stretch, good move. Oh, that ball's low. That was a good curveball. Just missed outside, though. O'Brien trying to work out of trouble again. He's been pretty good today with guys on base. Weymouth just a good hitting team. Good fastball. Really late. That was, that's number 11, Dylan Amano, also a senior, and he was really late on that fastball. So O'Brien goes back to a 1-1 count. Again, working out of the stretch, shading over towards second. Brockton trying to keep the runner close. In the 1-1 pitch. Another fastball past him. And those were 2 really late swings. I'd like to see Jackson go with a higher fastball right here. Even if he hits it. With that late swing, it should be something That would be popped up to the right side. So, timeout in the field. LaRusso checks his cleats. O'Brien with a 1-2 count. Back to action. 1-2 count. Brockton field is shading with the sun. O'Brien looks in on the stretch. And he works. And a good battle right there for number 11, Amano, battling off a very good pitch. On deck is number 6. I believe that's Jack Reyes, who struck out the first time up. The 1-2 pitch. O'Brien steps off. These are playing very similar to the games last year, Brockton and Weymouth. Both teams jumping out to multi-run leads. In both games, both teams made comebacks. Brockton, the first game at home, were down 4-2 late and won the game in the 6th inning. Well, actually the 7th inning on a walk-off hit. In the second game at Weymouth, Brockton up 6-3 in the bottom of the 7th. In Weymouth, staged a really good comeback, 4 runs late. They had bases loaded, 2 outs, and got a single to win the game. So here we go, 2-2 count, 1-2 count, I apologize. Amano, set. Brian looks in, and here's the pitch. Oof, just low again. And that pitch will go low, and we're going to go to 2-2. Let's see what O'Brien does here. I like the fastball again. This hit has been really, really late. Let's say O'Brien looks in. He gets the look over. And the 2-2 pitch. And that is shot out to Finn, who makes a good play. He gets it in, and Brockton works that ball in very quick. Nice play by Jared. And Brockton routinely gets that ball in. So Jackson's going to pitch here with 2 outs. Man on first and third. We'd like to keep that number at 4. We don't want to see any more runs across the board. Let's see if Weymouth puts this guy in motion and sends him. Reyes, a sophomore. Weymouth with 3 sophomores in the lineup. You don't see that often at some of the teams in the Bay State League. We're usually senior, laden teams. So O'Brien looks in, a man on first and third, and there is the pitch. And that looks like a routine, nice pitch right there. Brockton should get out of this, and they do. Good pitching again by O'Brien. And Brockton will go to the bottom of third, down 4-2. We go back to Campanelli, bottom of the third. Brockton down 4-2. They're 3-4-5 hitters up here. Amani LaRusso, who did a nice job of spraying a ball to right field last time with a single with Enchostagi and Genatasio on deck. And the pitcher goes to the windup. And that pitch is up for a 1-0 count. Supley's been pretty good today, actually. He's got good stuff. Fastball, curveball. He throws a nice slider that moves, and he hides the ball well. And that's a good pitch right there. So the count's going to go to 1-1 on LaRusso. Brockton's catcher. 1-1 count. Supley in the windup. And here's the pitch. And that ball is high and outside. So the count will go to 2-1. Brockton trying to work a leadoff guy on here. Put some pressure on Supley, get him in the stretch. And the 1-1 count to LaRusso. 2-1 count. In the pitch. And that's going to go to 3-1. Oh, 2-2, I'm sorry. He called that last pitch a strike. I must have missed something there. It looked way outside. The catcher had to move out of the batter's block to get it. So we'll see here what he does. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Good battle from LaRusso. Good fastball, tailing aside. Good foul off. So the count goes still at 2-2. Supley. An 11th grader for Weymouth. Oh, that will go. Okay, so it was 3-1, not 2-2. So Brockton gets the leadoff guy on with their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. And Enchostagi, who struck out his first time up. Good power. Also one of Brockton's better pitchers on the mound. LaRusso with a small lead. Supley in the stretch. And that ball is up. So a 1-0 count. Brockton has played some small ball this year if they do get guys on. We'll see if Coach Brennan tries to manufacture a couple runs. He does. He will do it no matter where in the order. So the 1-0 count to Enchostagi. Good slider right there. So the 1-1 count to Zeke. Amani on first with no outs. Let's see if Coach has anything with people running here. The pitch. It's a good poke right there. That's going to get over the left fielder's head. So that's going to be at least a double, and we're going to score a run here. Good piece of hitting by Enchostagi. And Brockton makes it 4-3. And Zeke stayed back on that changeup right there the second time around. So Brockton now with the man on second and no outs with Genatasio coming up. The score 4-3. Genatasio, sophomore, standing in. You'd like to see him at least get this guy to third base here. Supley to the stretch. And that ball is outside. 1-0. Good take. Genatasio with a 1-0 count. Enchostagi on second, no outs in the stretch. That to go 2-0. Good take from Genatasio. Brockton trying to manufacture another run here to get this score tied. So a 2-0 count. Hopefully looking fastball here to drive something to the other side and get Enchostagi into scoring position. And the 2-0 pitch. Waving at it. He fooled him there. So that's going to be a 2-1 count. Two-one count, and here's the pitch to Genatasio. Oh, that pitch looks outside, but he's going to get the call at 2-2. I think he mixed them up there. And the catcher down. He's looking at his, looks like he's looking at his calf. Trainer out taking a look at him. It looks like it was a mix-up there. Pitcher looking for a different pitch, and the catcher Brockton with 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Weymouth 4-6-1. Very tight game like these teams have played the last few years. Pitcher's going to go out and take a talk with there because that was a mix-up right there. That pitch was, he was not looking for, they were in different time zones right there. Nice job by the catcher battling right there. The pitcher going back to the one. 2-2 count here. Man on second, no outs. No outs. So Genatasio, 2-ball, 2-strike count. And the pitcher comes to the stretch. And Chostegui on second. Genatasio looks in. Nice take right there. And Chostegui going to try to get to third, and he will. He will. So a 3-2 count. Great base running by Chostegui right there. So Brockton will get that tie-in run to third with 2 outs. With no outs, I'm sorry. In a 3-2 count. Genatasio in a 3-2 count with a Chostegui on third. Like to see a ball in play here. And that ball will be popped up in the infield. He got underneath that a little bit. And Perez will come up. So 1 out, Perez up. Like to see him try to. And that ball's outside. The pitcher coming to the stretch. And that's a good fastball on the outside part of the plate. Supley to the stretch. 1-1 count to Perez. And Perez shoots one out to center. This should tie the game. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. And they will send him. They will send him. And that is a good piece of running. And he ties the game up. Not a great throw from center field. And Brockton ties the game at 4. The sacrifice fly from Perez, and this game is back tied at 4. Hopkins standing up now with 2 outs, no one on, in a 4-4 game. He grounded out to first base his first time up. Ball outside. 1-0 count to Hopkins. And he fouls that one off to the right. And that pitch will be low. So we're going to go to a 2-1 count here. To Hopkins, the senior. And that's a good piece of hit to the right side. Oh, bad hop. And Hopkins will get on right there. And that will be a single. Looked like a routine play, but a terrible hop. And Brockton will get the go-ahead run at first base right there. With Brady Witt coming up, who got on an error in the first inning. Man up first with 2 outs. We'll see if Coach Brennan puts him. Witt just misses that fastball. That will go to 0-1 with Brett Keene, who singled his first time up. And Brockton and then Weymouth in a 4-4 game. Here's the 1-0-1 pitch, and that will go over high. So we're looking at a 1-1 count here. Witt with Hopkins on first in a 4-4 game. And he steps off. Supley working from the stretch, 2 outs. And here is the pitch. And Witt just missed that one, too. Another good swing from Brady. And here is the 1-2 pitch to Brady. Hopkins on the go. Oh, that's a good pitch. So that's a curveball. We'll strike out the inning. And we are at the end of 3 in a 4-4 game. As Weymouth will take the field with O'Brien still on the mound. Hey, we go to the top of the 4th inning in a 4-4 game as Weymouth will send number 14. I believe that's their catcher, Gregory Haley. Struck out his first time up. O'Brien still on the mound. Weymouth's got the leadoff guy on all 3 innings. O'Brien has pitched superbly with guys on base today. He's really minimized his mistakes on the mound. One error led to a couple unearned runs, and Weymouth's a good hitting team, so they're going to score their runs. You're not going to shut them down completely. So O'Brien in the windup with Healy at the plate. First pitch, foul ball. O'Brien working ahead. Third base coach doesn't like something he saw right there. As Omani LaRusso went out to talk to Jackson O'Brien. And we will go to a 0-1 count with O'Brien working in the windup. The umpire taking time, checking wherever he's checking. There's no one on base. I don't know what he's looking at. No substitutions. And O'Brien will get back on the mound with an 0-1 count. O'Brien in the windup. Here's the set. Good fastball. Misses inside. LaRusso was lined up in the outside. If he would lined up in the inside right there, they probably would have gotten the call. That was a good pitch. And we go to 1-1. And that is a curveball that will go 2-1 here. Brockton trying to get a clean inning here, get the bats up there in a tie game. O'Brien in the windup on a 2-1 count. And that pitch is going to be sent out to right field. And Finn over. Oh, he just misses it. Good effort. Good effort. And Healy will have a leadoff double. Really good effort from Jared. Couldn't come up with the play. And Weymouth once again with the leadoff guy on. And they will also do a substitute for the catcher. Good effort from Finn. And Weymouth puts the go-ahead run on second base. And they'll go to their hitter, who is number 2, which is Johnny Pires, who singled his first time up the middle. That's a hit. That's a tough play. Finn did get his glove on the ball, but that's a tough play. That's going to be ruled a single if I'm the statistician. I don't think that's an error on a diving play. Umpire once again taking his time, playing with his pockets, slowing the game down to a halt. As Brockton looks at their defense. And O'Brien on the mound. And the umpire once again coming off the mound. Coming off behind the plate, and loses his hat. Just keep your mask on, bud. Call the game. O'Brien in the stretch here. Man on second and outs. Let's see if Weymouth plays some small ball here. Johnny Pires up, singled his first time up. O'Brien to the set. And there's the pitch, and that's a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Good pitch from Jackson. Third base coach, manager, did not like that call, but that was a strike. He's lined up a little bit inside, but that definitely caught the outside part of the plate. The first baseman, Atrostigi, is playing in. And he comes to the set, and there's the pitch, and it's 0-2. Good piece of pitching by Jackson right here. Let's see if he can put him away. Keep him stranded out there. Oh, 2 pitch to Pires. Second baseman shading over. Jackson O'Brien to the... Oh, that's a good pitch. And he strikes him out. And that's a good piece of pitching from Jackson. And they will go to, I believe it's their one hitter. And Weymouth goes to their leadoff guy, who's the pitcher, Matt Supley, on the mound, also the leadoff hitter for Weymouth. As Brockton tries to get out of some trouble here. Jackson's pitched around leadoff men on the entire game. O'Brien to the stretch. High fastball. Count goes 0-1. O'Brien again to the stretch. The 1-0 pitch. Again outside. So a 2-0 count. Brockton warming up. Looks like Frost and Witt warming up out there. Frost pitched Monday, so I assume that would be Brady Witt warming up, looking to come into relief today. And the 2-0 pitch with a man on second. And he fouls that off to the left, and the count will go to 2-1. O'Brien. On the 2-1 pitch in the stretch. And that ball is up. That ball looked good. LaRusso moving over a little bit to the left. I thought if he was stationary right there, we might have gotten that call. But Amati had lined up in the inside, so he had to come back over the plate to get that ball. So it is 3-1 with the leadoff hitter, Supley. Jackson O'Brien to the stretch, and here's the pitch. Good pitch, fouled off. So this count will go full with the leadoff hitter. Let's see if Weymouth plans on running. I don't think they will with the go-ahead run at second base in a 4-4 game. Brockton looking to move to 4-1, so is Weymouth. O'Brien come to the stretch. 3-2 count. And here's the pitch. Genatasi with a good play. Staying down on the ball and gets the play over. So we're going to get to 2 outs. And that's a big out for Brockton. Genatasio shading over to the left. Didn't have the best of hops there and makes a good play. Chostagi with the stretch. And Brockton gets 2 outs with the number 2 hitter up. And that will be number 15. That is sophomore Andrew Daly. So 2 outs, man on third with Daly up. O'Brien trying to get out of another. Gets the first pitch fastball, and that ball will be fouled off, and the count will go 0-1. O'Brien. Let's just see if he stays in the stretch with a man on third. Some guys like to pitch out of the windup, but he's comfortable in the stretch with an 0-1 pitch to Daly. Oh, good fastball. 0-2. And let's see what Brockton does here with O'Brien on the mound. You do not have to throw any cookie here. Let's see if they move the ball around a little bit, try to get Daly to chase something out of the strike zone with a man on third. Oh, 2 pitch to Daly, and O'Brien takes a look. Oh, that's a great fastball. Superb pitching by O'Brien, and Brockton once again working their way out of trouble in a 4-4 game. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Boxers and the Wildcats tied at 4. We move to the bottom of the 4th here at Campanelli. Boxers 4, Wildcats 4. Jackson O'Brien giving up a leadoff double and pitching some really, really superbly to get out of that right there. Strikeout, a ground ball heading into the to the right side, fielded, and another strikeout. So Brockton doing a lot of the small things that they didn't do last year. I could tell you that. I was at every one of the games, and the defense was not good last year. This year they look vastly improved defensively. And Brockton, a lot of good bats in the lineup. They will hit as the year goes on. Keene stepping up. He's 1 for 1 today. He's the 9-hitter, and he's had a good start to the season. He had 2 hits in the first game, another hit here tonight. Again, you get him on base. You can do lots of different things. Very good athlete. Can run, can bunt. Good option Brockton has at the bottom of the lineup. Weymouth is going to go to a new pitcher on the mound, and that's number 13, Jack Browning. He's a sophomore, and this is a big situation, so he's getting a good chance to come into a tie game, and coach is going to give him a shot. Keene leading off. Brockton like to get their leadoff guy on here in the 4th. And Browning works out of the stretch. First pitch to Keene, and that is low. Good take by Brett. Good fastball. Brett just missed that one. Browning, I'm sorry, he's a junior, not a sophomore, for Weymouth. And it is a 1-1 count for Keene. In the stretch, he works out of it. Fast fastball. It's a high curveball. Good take by Keene, and Brockton will look to get that leadoff guy on today. They've manufactured some runs today with some walks and some key hits, sacrifices, moving guys over. The 2-1 pitch to Keene. And that's going to be outside. So Keene, who is fast, you'd like to see him on base with the top of the lineup and Bucher on deck. Browning in the stretch with Keene. And here's the 3-1 pitch. Oh, he threw that ball by him. That was a good fastball. Brett just a little bit ahead of that. Head pulled out a little bit. Like to see him use those legs, put a ball in play, put a ball on the ground, put some pressure on Weymouth. And Browning on a 3-2 3-2 pitch. And that ball's outside. So Keene will get on base, and that is big right here. So Brockton gets to the top of the order with Bucher, O'Brien, and LaRusso coming up the top of the order. And Chostegui, Nick G, and Adam Perez to follow. Brockton's heart of the order. Bucher, the left fielder, batting leadoff today. Let's see what Coach Brennan has in store right here. If he's going to play any small ball, let Keene run, because Keene will go. And that fastball is wazed on by Bucher. The 0-1 pitch. Bucher looks on. Oh, that pitch was outside. And he gets the call on an 0-1 curveball. That ball looked really outside. The 0-2 pitch with Bucher up, Keene on first. And he strikes out. That pitch looked low too. So Bucher. So with 1 out, O'Brien, the pitcher, will come up. He's batting second today. Keene still on first. Let's see what Brockton does here. Let's see if Keene goes. And there's the pitch. That's a fastball that O'Brien waved at. Check swing, and that would have been a strike anyway, so probably a good take. Keene on first. The 0-1 pitch coming into Jackson. Oh, and Keene goes. And he's not going to get him. There's no chance there. He's had that base stolen. So Keene using those legs. And I believe that was a ball. I think we're going to go to 1-1 here. We got a 1-1 count, man on second, the go-ahead run out there with the number 2 hitter, Jackson O'Brien, up. Brockton looked to take the lead here late in the game. Well, not late, but the midway point of the game. 3 more at-bats for Weymouth. And Browning comes to the stretch, a 1-1 count to O'Brien. There's the pitch, and that ball is outside too. So we're going to go to 2-1. His off-speed pitch is not working right now. Brockton's picking up on that. They could sit on that fastball. And it's 2-1 here. And he waves at that. So it's going to go, we're going to go 2-2 here. Oh, that's strike 3. I must have missed a call there. So Brockton goes to 2 strikeouts. Two outs with LaRusso up. And there's the pitch. And that's a high. Two outs, man on second. Keene out there. LaRusso up the 3-hitter. And that ball's outside, and Keene's going to get the third. Keene's going to get the third with a 2-0 count. Two-0 count. Go ahead, run on third. And Chostegui on deck, Genatasio on double deck. Brockton looking for that go-ahead run. LaRusso up. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, just ahead of it. Good change-up. LaRusso just ahead of it. Two-one count. The go-ahead run on third to LaRusso. He singled and walked today. And the 2-1. And that pitch is low. We're going to go to 3-1 with Chostegui, who was struck out and doubled, on deck. Brockton again looking to take that lead. The 3-1 count. In the stretch, Browning goes in the stretch. And here's the pitch. Oh, it's a good fastball. Good fastball, 3-2. LaRusso might have been looking for something different right there. Good contact hit. It does not strike out often. So we'll expect the ball in play here. So with 3-2, Browning on the stretch to LaRusso. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And LaRusso battles it off. Good piece of hitting to foul that off. As Brockton continues their 2023 season with a lot of promise. And the 3-2 pitch with Keene on third to LaRusso. And here is the pitch. Oh, another good piece of hitting from LaRusso. Good curveball. He battled it off. And here comes another 7th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2 pitch. Browning in the set. Here's the stretch. The 3-2 pitch. And it hits him. And that will bring up Chostegui with 2 on. And the umpire's arguing that he leaned into the pitch, but that was a curveball that was in the batter's box. Really nothing he could have done right there. And Chostegui coming up. 1 for 2 on the day. Umpire and the manager still going at it. And the manager did not like that call. But I understand what you're saying, but LaRusso really had no place to go on that pitch. That was an inside pitch. The ball was not over the plate. The ball was pitched into the batter's box. So 2 outs, man, first and third. And Brockton is going to do a courtesy runner. They're going to put Erickson in the game. And LaRusso, their catcher, is going to go back underneath. So first and third, and Chastity up. Chastity steps out, the cleanup hitter today. Bottom of the fourth, 4-4 game. First and third, 2 outs for the Boxers. This would be a big game for Brockton to win. Weymouth's highly rated team this year. Browning looks in. And there's the pitch. Good fastball. Zeke just a little bit late. Like to see him go the other way with that pitch. That's a pitch. If he does hit that, he's going to roll that to the left side. Use some of that power like he used early in the season, hit it to the other side. The 0-1 pitch, Browning to the stretch. Oh, that's another good fastball. So we're going to go 0-2 to Winchostigi. Browning ahead to Winchostigi. 0-2 pitch. And Browning is going to work from the stretch, and Chastity calls for a time. It's a smart move. The pitcher's working really fast. Make him move a little bit. 0-2 pitch coming to Winchostigi. And there is the pitch. Oh, good battle. 2-2, 0-2. Looked like a hanging curveball there that Zeke just missed. He fouled that off to get another chance right here. Brockton first and third, 2 outs. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Winchostigi. And there is a pretty good move. Pretty good move right there. Erickson getting back. Tyler is a senior. Pretty alert right there. And we go 0-2. Here's the pitch to Zeke. He's going to run. Another battle. Another good foul ball on a hanger right there. Still. Browning coming to the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Here it is. He goes again. And that's a ball outside. So Brockton will have second and third. A hit here will give them a 2-run lead. One-two pitch coming to Winchostigi. And there's the pitch. And that is bounced. Oh, good play by the third baseman. And Weymouth does get out of it. And we'll go to the 5th inning, tied at 4. We are back at Campanelli, the 5th inning of a 4-4 game, Brockton and Weymouth. Weymouth will go to their 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up in a really good, well-played ball game. Some really good defense, well-pitched game. Both pitches have left guys on the bases by coming up with big strikeouts. The defense has been really, really good outside a couple plays. And it's been a well-played ball game. Jackson O'Brien, the senior pitcher for Brockton, has been really superb, pitching out of situations. This is a big inning right here for Brockton, the 5th inning. Let's try to get into the dugout tied. And that is a nice first pitch that looked like it was going to be a soft pitch right down the first base line that would have been fielded easily by Anchostegi, but it will go foul. So we will stay with the same batter with an 0-1 count. He is not in the... He's not on the roster, so I don't know his name. Zaslow's on deck. So we are going to work 0-1. O'Brien still working from the windup, lining up inside. And that ball should be hit right at Keene, the center fielder, and he makes a really good play. Nice play by Brett Keene, and that will be the first out of the inning. Brian Zaslow's coming up. He is 1 for 2. He has struck out and singled. And Brockton gets the first guy out of the inning for the first time today. And O'Brien working with no one on base. Zaslow up. That's a high fastball. The count's going to go to 1-0. In a 4-4 game, top of the 5th. Good fastball. Zaslow with a huge swing down to his knee. And the count will go 1-1. I don't have a pitch count on Jackson today, but Brockton's still warming up Chris Frost, the senior lefty, in the side over there. And there's an easy ground ball to Adam in a routine play over to first, and Brockton quickly with 2 outs in the 5th. And they'll go to the number 5 hitter now, as O'Brien is really working fast now. And 2 outs. I think Daly is up now. O'Brien working from the set. And he gets an easy pop-up. And Brockton is out of that. A 1-2-3 inning on 6 pitches for Jackson O'Brien. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still tied at 4. Commercial. We head to the bottom of the 5th at Campanelli. Brockton and Weymouth tied at 4. Brockton with their 5, 6, 7 hitters up. Genatasio, Perez, and Dom Hopkins. Genatasio, sophomore, second baseman, 0 for 2 on the day. And Browning coming in for a second inning of work. Brockton looking to put some pressure on him here. He's working out of the stretch. Oh, Genatasio got that one. It looks like it may fall. It does. So Genatasio with the leadoff single here. And Brockton puts the go-ahead run on base. And Perez coming up. Genatasio is sick of looking at fastballs. He is a good early fastball hitter. especially his freshman year. And Perez standing up with a man on first. Perez attacking early. Coach Brennan, if you watch him, he is the first guy to tell you, do not let fastballs go by. He tells you to go after them. And Perez stands up, another good fastball hitter, just a junior. Another guy will be back next year with really good power. Man on first, no outs. Oh, and Genatasio goes. Let's see if he's got this stolen. Oh, he does. He looked like a Clydesdale going down to second right there. It's Perez. His job now is to get this guy to third base. Perez 0-2. Perez 1-0 with Genatasio, the go-ahead run at second. Perez looks on. He has the pitch. And he does. That ball looks like it could be trouble to right. Oh, good play. Good play. That ball was tailing away, and now it's up to Dominic Hopkins, the senior. As we go to 1 out with a man on second. It would have been nice to get that guy over to third base. Man on second, 1 out. Hopkins, who's started the year really strong at the plate. The senior looks on as the pitch comes. Genatasio on second. And Hopkins comes. Oh, good fastball. Hopkins just missed that one. Man on second, the go-ahead run at second in a 4-4 game. 0-1 count to Hopkins. And that ball's hit off the short. It may be a tough play. And that ball does get away. The error will lead the guys to third base. Genatasio takes the turn. And the error. Now Brockton will have second and third with 1 out with Brady Witt up. Big situation right here for the senior. Good piece of hitting by Dom Hawkins right there. That ball was inside on his hands. He's able to pull him in and get that ball shot down to shortstop. And the shortstop did not make the throw. That was a big, tall first baseman, too, so that ball was high. Weymouth pulls the infield in here. This is a big situation of the game. Brady Witt, the senior, looks on. Second and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Good off-speed fastball. Oh, 1 pitch. Brady Witt up. Brett Keane on deck. Witt looking on. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he does. He shoots the ball over to right. The ball will be caught. Yeah, that ball's hit too fast. The ball was hit well. Really no play there. So here comes Brett Keane. Nothing Brady could do right there. He put a good swing on the ball. And Brett stands up, who's had a terrific game. A single, a walk, a stolen base, and a terrific play in center field to rob extra bases. Brockton at second and third. Keane up. Genatasio and Hawkins looking on down the line. Keane looks on. That's a high fastball. Browning got good velocity. And we go to 1-0 on Keane. Browning at the set, the stretch. Keane looking on a 1-0 pitch. Here's the pitch. And a good curveball. And we'll go to 1-1. Keane, the senior. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, he just missed that. He fouls that off. And Browning ahead in the count, 1-2. Brockton with the go-ahead run at third base, and Genatasio with the leadoff single. Stole second. Hopkins got him to third with the infield error that was overthrown. And here we go with Keane with a 1-2 pitch. Browning steps off. Keane looks on. Browning to the set. Here's the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that pitch is stopped. A really good stop by the catcher because that just saved a run. And that count goes to 2-2. The leadoff hitter, Cody Bucher, on deck. Keene, really good game today. And here is the stretch, the pitch to Keene. Oh, and it's a curveball that has him buckled. And Browning does a really good job of getting out of it. Brockton gets a hit, an error, 2 guys on base. And we're going to go to the 6th, just like the last 2 times we played this team. And the game stays tied at 4. We go to the 6th inning at Campanelli in a very well-played 4-4 ball game between the Boxers and the Weymouth Wildcats. Weymouth was coming up with their 7, 8, 9 hitters right here. Jackson O'Brien had a clean inning last inning. Brockton leaving 2 guys on base last inning. So let's see how these last 2 innings play out. Brockton and Weymouth once again playing a game very, very tight, well-played. 2 good ball clubs going at it here. O'Brien on the mound, working to the number 7 hitter, Daly. And the first pitch is works ahead. That's a fastball that he is behind. This is Dylan Amano, the senior. I believe he's 1 for 2 today. And O'Brien on the 0-1 pitch. Works a fastball, and that is a pop-up to the right side. It looks like Finn moving over, and he makes the catch. Nice play, Jared Finn, ranging over into foul territory. And Brockton, O'Brien working ahead again. And we will see Jack Reyes up this time. He is, I believe, 0 for 2 on the day. A walk and, I believe, 2 strikeouts. I could be wrong about that, Jack. If you're watching the game, you may have a hit. I'm doing that off memory. I know you did strike out once. And O'Brien working ahead. Again working ahead. A little infield pop-up. And it's 2 easy outs once again from Jackson. Brockton, 5 straight outs on minimal pitches from O'Brien. And the catcher coming up right now. And that will be Colin McPherson. No, I'm sorry. It's Gregory Haley. Tough kid. This kid's battled behind the plate today. I like this kid as a ball player. He's a dirt dog. His dirt uniform's all dirty. And with 2 outs, O'Brien again trying to work ahead. A beautiful fastball the other end of the plate. And he is going to go ahead 0-1 in the count. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning. 4-4 ball game. O'Brien to the set again. Fastball. Just misses outside. Haley has struck out at least once today. As it's a 1-1 count. O'Brien comes to the set. Here's the pitch. Oh, fastball by him. And Jackson is throwing harder now than he did in the first inning. Working confidently out there. The senior. And a 1-2 count to Haley. O'Brien shakes off a couple signs. Hopefully he's looking fastball here. 3! And we go to the bottom of the 6th. In a 4-4 game, Brockton will have the top of the order up. Let's go! Let's get some runs. Back at Campanelli Stadium, the Boxers and the Wildcats, bottom of the sixth in a 4-4 game. Jackson O'Brien has gotten the last 6 outs in less than 20 pitches, and Brockton will come up at the top of the order. Cody Buca, who is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. He's walked once. Then Jackson O'Brien, Amani LaRusso, and if we get there, Ezekiel and Chostegui. Jack Browning, the junior reliever on the mound, has pitched really well in relief. He got into a little trouble last inning, came back with a line out from Brady Witt to right field and really buckled Brett Keane on a 2-2 curveball. That was a really good pitch. So Browning is going to start the inning with Bucher at the plate. Here's the leadoff, and that fastball is thrown by him. Bucher pulling that head out a little bit. Got a really good swing. I'd like to see him a little bit more head discipline. And we're going to go 0-1. Browning works from the stretch. He works fast. And he has the pitch. And he just missed that one. We're going to go 0-2 to Buca with Jackson on deck, LaRusso to follow. And a really well-played game by both teams. The 0-2 pitch. And that's a good pitch. That's strike 3. And Bucher's going to go down looking. And here comes Jackson O'Brien, who has struck out and I believe walked 2 times. Very good athlete if he gets on. He will, I'm sure Coach Brennan will have him running. Brockton looking to get that guy on, that go-ahead man on, the way O'Brien's throwing the ball. It might be good right now. And that's going to be a low ball outside. Browning's working quick. Working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Good change up. Browning throws, and it's 1-1 to O'Brien. The 1-1 pitch. That's high. And Browning got a little pop in that fastball. And we go 2-1 to O'Brien with Armani LaRusso, the catcher, on deck. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 3-1. That ball's low. Good at bat from Jackson O'Brien right now. 3-1 pitch to O'Brien. Any of the set, and there's the look. And that ball is shot out to right field, and it is caught by the right fielder. Good swing by Jackson. You can't take a 3-1 pitch that's right over the middle. And Brockton will go to the number 3 hitter, LaRusso, who has an opposite field single and 2 walks. And he is a threat to run if he gets on base. Brockton at the heart of their order, LaRusso and Chostigi and Genatasio, all with hits today, all capable of good things with guys on base. With 2 outs, here's the stretch to LaRusso. And that's an inside fastball. Oh, Chris, that was actually a changeup, I apologize, in the inside half of the plate. 1-0 count to LaRusso. And the pitch. Oh, and that's a little ground ball that could give them trouble. No, good play by the second baseman. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Browning. And we're going to go to the 7th inning, tied at 4. Welcome back to Campanelli Stadium. We're at the top of the 7th inning of a 4-4 ball game. Jackson O'Brien still on the mound, has pitched probably the best game of his high school career. He's been absolutely fabulous and dominant the last 2 innings with 6 straight outs. Weymouth's going to come up with their 9-hitter. Their 1-2, John Pyries, who was singled, struck out, and I believe grounded out. O'Brien looking to work ahead. Brockton trying to get into the 7th inning and try to put a run across to win this game. Well-played game on both sides. Someone's going to go home a tough luck loser today. Both teams have played really, really well, good baseball today. O'Brien to the stretch, and here's the first pitch. It's a fastball. I don't know where that missed. I'm up top, but it looked really good. And O'Brien didn't like that. He had to he's getting his composure. The hat off. 1-0 count to Pyries. Here is the 1-0 pitch. And that's a ground ball, just foul. A good swing by Pyries right there. And the count will go 1-1. O'Brien looking to get that leadoff guy out. This is a big, big batter for the Boxers. The 1-1 count. O'Brien coming to the set, and the 1-1 pitch. 2 strikes. Really good pitch on the outside part of the plate from Jackson. And O'Brien working ahead here. 1-2 count. Let's see what they call here. LaRusso is lining up in the inside part of the plate, and the 1-2 pitch. And he misses on that pitch outside. So we're going to go 2-2 here to Johnny Pyries. O'Brien, the senior, looks in. The set, the pitch. And Pyries works the count full. That pitch was low. It's a big pitch right here. Brockton does not want to put the leadoff guy on with no outs with the top of the order up for Weymouth. Their leadoff hitter has given them a lot of trouble today. The 3-2 pitch is coming here. Jackson O'Brien, the 3-2 pitch. The fastball is in for strike 3. He catches Pyre's looking. Beautiful pitch from O'Brien. And Brockton with the first out of the 7th inning. They will move to their leadoff hitter who has been on base twice today. That's Matt Supley, who just started today's pitch and pitched really well. With the leadoff hitter on, O'Brien working. He's working fast, stepping off. Brockton looking to get in the dugout here with the score tied. O'Brien, the first pitch. A 40-foot curveball. And the count will go to 1-0. The ump checking the ball. No, ump, his ball moves. There's nothing wrong with the ball. 1-0 count to Supley, the leadoff hitter for the Wildcats. O'Brien looks in, and the 1-0. And that ball is hit out to right left field. Should be a very, very playable ball. And Buca makes the catch. And O'Brien once again with 2 outs. And we are going to the number 3 hitter for Weymouth. I'm sorry, the number 2 hitter, but the 3rd hitter of the inning, and that will be number 15, Andrew Daly. Andrew Daly had the game-winning hit last year at Weymouth with 2 outs that beat the boxes and extras. And Jackson is going for his 9th straight out. 2 outs, no one on, top of the 7th. O'Brien coming to the set. Daly, ball's up. 1-0 count. O'Brien moving fast. Taking a look in, coming to the set, throwing the ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Oof, I don't know where that missed. So 2-0. O'Brien didn't like that one either. I think the blue today has been pretty consistently inconsistent, if that is the best way to describe him. The 2-0 pitch to Daly. O'Brien comes to the set, and that ball's up. 3-0. The last thing we want here is a walk. That puts a lot of pressure on the senior pitcher having to go from the stretch. So 3-0 count. Daly probably looking here. O'Brien pounds a fastball, and velocity is as good now as it was in the first inning. In a 4-4 game, the 3-1 pitch. Two. Daly not taking that bat off his shoulders. He will here. He's a good hitter. This kid is a good ball player. I've been impressed with him the 2 years we've played against Weymouth. Just a sophomore. And O'Brien in a 2-2 count, a 3-2 count, battling back. Daly in, here's the pitch. Strike 3! O'Brien coming back with 3 straight strikes. And we head to the bottom of the 7th of a 4-4 game. Let's go! Back at Campanelli, bottom of the 7th of a 4-4 game. Jackson O'Brien has gone the distance, retired the last 9 batters with 4 strikeouts. Brockton coming up with their 4-5-6 hitters, Ezekiel Ochostegui, Nick G, and Adam Perez. All more than capable of putting good swings on the ball and changing this game. And Ochostegui is 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Big, strong boy has changed already one game this year with an opposite field home run against Whitman Hanson. The junior and Daly comes to the set. In the first pitch, he was going for the downs right there. Good swing by Zeke. Browning back in the windup now. 0-1 pitch to Ochostegui. And that ball's up. That's a good pitch. And that's going to go to 1-1. And Ochostegui looks on, and here's the 1-1 pitch. Y and outside, so 2-1. 2-1. Ochostegui looks on, here's the 2-1 pitch. High, and that's going to be 3-1. 3-1. Will Brockton bunt. Genitasso is actually one of the best bunters on the team early this year. Great sacrifice to get 2 runs against North Quincy. And the 3-1 pitch. He just missed that. And that ball's going to go out of play. And the count's going to go 3-2. And Ochostegui, Browning to the set. He's working fast. The 3-2 pitch. And the ball's outside. So Brockton will get that leadoff guy on. Coach Brennan taking a look down. He's looking like we're going to put a runner in. Probably going to be Anthony Vega, one of the better athletes on the team who can run. And will Brockton bunt here? I think they will. I think in this type of situation, even Genitasio's the 5-hitter. Early this season as a 3-hitter. He sacrificed, got 2 runs in, and Ochostegui came up with a big single against North Quincy. So we got the leadoff guy on, Vega. Genitasio's 1 for 3 on the day with a stolen base. The umpire moving down. Daly lost him there. He working really fast. He's got a really good arm. Looked like he was rushing a little bit there. And with no outs and Vega on first, Genitasio. Will Brockton be bunting? The third baseman is in. Vega takes a lead. The ump wasn't ready yet. This umpire thinks we're watching him today. My God. No one's here to see you, Blue. Genitasio in. And the umpire once again slowing the game down. Genitasio in once again. Vega off first. Here's the pitch. Genitasio looks away. Good take. And that will go to 1-0. We're looking at a sacrifice here. Brockton look at the sacrifice. 1-0 count. Genitasio, 2-0. Once again, getting the back bat on time. Very good piece of hitting right there from Nick G. 2-0 count. Brennan may try it one more time. Then may give him the take. So here's the 2-0 count. Genitasio once again. Strike. I think he thought that was up. I think one more time you might see a attempted bunt here. So the 2-1 count. Vega on first. 3-1. Three-one count to Genitasio. Vega on first. Will he bunt a bunt again? So 3-2 is the count now. Genitasio takes that pitch. I think that was a take all the way. Vega on first. The 3-2 pitch. Is he going to be running? Oh, he does it anyways, and we get him over to second anyways. Genatasio flailed at the pitch. So Brockton with the winning run at second. Perez with a chance to win the game with a single. And they're going to walk him. So Brockton with two guys on with a chance to win the game. Dom Hawkins up. Vega with the stolen base. Genatasio the strikeout on the bunt attempt. Weymouth calling the infield is in. 2 on. Hopkins up. Oh, that's a high fastball that he attempted to swing at. It was a half swing. The 0-1 pitch from Browning. Late on both of them. So 0-2 to Hopkins. Browning putting a little giddy up on his last two. Here is the good move. Vega back. 0-2 pitch. Brady went on deck. Brady had his best swing last at bat. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Good battle from Hopkins. Battling, fighting that off. Hopkins 0-2, first and second. Winning run on second base. Here's the look from... And Hopkins sends one out to right field. But that is pushing foul. Hit that a long way. And still 0-2 to Hopkins. Browning steps off. Hopkins looks in. Hopkins steps out. Browning working fast. And here's the 0-2 pitch to Hopkins. And I have no idea how he fouled that one off. That was a feet out of the batter's box. Really tough pitch to foul off, but he did it. That was a really good pitch. Nice job by Dom fouling it off. Browning again on the 0-2 pitch. Throwing nothing but strikes in this at bat. Another foul off from Dom. Vega at second. Very athletic. Good speed. Perez at first on the intentional walk. Hopkins on the 0-2 pitch. Again to the foul off. Great at bat from Dom. Looking to shoot something to the right side that will score Vega in the winning run. Great game here today at Campanelli. Not the same Brockton team from last year, I can promise you that. Still 0-2, seventh pitch of the at-bat. Browning. Another foul ball from Dom. He shoots that to the right side. That's the game. If that ball's in fair play, Brockton goes out winning. The 0-2 pitch to Hopkins. High. The 1-2 pitch. Another foul off from Hopkins. At bat of the year for him. Really making the pitcher work. And Browning's been really good since the guys have been on base. The 1-2 pitch, Browning coming to the stretch. Vega on second. And here comes the 1-2. Another foul ball from Hopkins. Great at bat. Hopkins trying to send the Brockton faithful out with another victory. The 1-2. Vega leading off a second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And he shoots one, a little blooper out to right. That's going to be the game. That's going to be the game. Vega's going to come around to score. A great piece of hitting by Hopkins. And Brockton wins the game 5-4. What an at-bat from Dom Hopkins. A great victory here at Campanelli for the Boxers. Is they're going to move to 4-1 on the season. So, at the end of 7 innings, Brockton 5, Weymouth 4, and Brockton goes to 4-1. They'll be back in action on Monday at Quincy. Signing off from Brockton Community Access, Leo Genatasio. Thank you.